Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Brick shots with Billy Antonio.
Fit them old bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks.
Welcome back, man. This is episode 148 of Brick Shots U. I'm sitting here alone right now, but today we're going live again. This is how we're going to be doing things from here on out. We're going to talk about those playoff games. Eventually, Tonio's going to have to eat his crow for that SEC talk because now shit's getting crazy. Saquon's going to sit. Lions and Vikings play for the number one seed. Braves might be going to the Jets. Joe Burrow MVP talks for some reason. Jimmy Butler is now suspended after all the trade talk. And Bryce James commits to Arizona. So let's get into the playoffs. The playoff games, let's talk about that SEC stomping that Georgia received from Notre Dame. Tonio's been on, Notre Dame sucks, fuck Richie, fuck Mitch, fuck all these people, and all of a sudden...
And you know what? Hey, you know what?
Live and in color, yes.
I'm still on, hey, fuck Notre Dame, fuck Mitch, fuck Rich, and fuck Frank. Hey, bro, it's
they had a lot of fun at the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, hey, man, I seen the whole family. Shout out to Gerke and the whole Gerke family down there. Brave
Rich
soul.
Senior? Or
Yeah,
the second?
Rich Senior. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Whole family was down there. So fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck.
Not the family, just you, Rich.
Yeah, just you. Just you. Shout out to you, Pops. He grilled better than you, Gerke.
I believe it.
Yeah. Man, fuck Notre Dame, bro. Georgia, you let me down. I never thought in a million years that I'd see where Kirby would get out coached just badly.
Very badly.
And I never thought where I'd be like, fuck, they should have Carson Beck.
Well, we talked about is Gunnar Stockton going to do anything? And you said, hey, that dual threat,
I
is
did.
Notre Dame ready for it? And they looked very ready.
I did.
But Tonio, you're a drops guy. Georgia leads the FCS in drops with 35.
They had a lot of drops.
I don't know the exact terminology for a drop, but I saw 7 in that game. It was bad. Gunnar Stockton, he hit a couple throws, especially on third down, that were big time throws, and those receivers were like, looked like Hollywood Brown, all of them out there, just didn't know what to do.
I
you don't have to be so loud.
I forgot I wasn't in Virginia.
You're okay.
I don't know, bro.
Notre Dame stopped the shit out of them.
They did. They got their ass whooped. They did.
Didn't look ready. But okay, let me try to help you out. The buys don't look like they help anybody. That's a lot of time off just sitting there. And not only the buys, you get a team like Ohio State who gets a home game, builds up that momentum, and just starts wrecking people.
So if I was happy that Oregon lost, just because of what Dan Lannon was saying, the Cinderella story is over. With all that shit he was talking to Deion last year.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I was so happy about that. That dude, you seen the meme of the guy that showed up to his enemy's funeral, like the black dude with the full suit on, and he showed up to his enemy. It's a meme, and they just put Deion's body with a Colorado logo. Yeah. And I was just elated, bro. I'm just like, I like it, bro. The Cinderella story is over. You playing for clicks. Dylan Gabriel looked like he was out there on a perk 30. Like 7 years down the drain. Stop
putting his name with Case Keenum and Kellen Moore, these 4-year starters who had amazing college careers. Stop putting his name up there. Stop.
And I hate to say it, hate to be the one.
Here you go.
But the same rating that he got last year, where he was an undrafted free agent, well, guess what? He'll be an undrafted free agent again this year. He didn't help his case at all. All that meat riding he was doing, bad. I think Ashton Genty is the Heisman winner. Not even trying to get himself the Heisman. And he's just like, Yeah, I think.
Well, you just wanted him to say Travis. What if he said Travis? I think your tone would be a little different.
What if he just said, I think I should be here?
But he knows he shouldn't. Will Howard had better numbers, and Will Howard wasn't even thought about getting invited to there.
I mean, what if he went for the other quarterback on the panel that had way better numbers?
Who's the other one?
Cam.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he could have. Yeah.
Let me get the other dude that does what I do. Like,
So, what's the next step for Georgia? Does Kirby just retool everything's cool, right? We're not freaking out about Georgia.
No, we got to freak out. We got to freak out.
So
offensively, Billy, that's been their Achilles for a while now.
Yeah.
The offense. They have Carson Beck ain't never looked amazing. He
looked pretty good last year.
No,
he had talks of first round picks this year.
He didn't look good.
Yeah.
He had Brock Bowers. He had that fucking, I always forget his name, but the other white guy.
Ladd McConkey. And Ladd looks great this year in the NFL. So does Brock.
Brock's the best tight end in the game. He had them boys.
Yeah.
So like when I have safety nets like that, I'm gonna look great.
Yeah.
I don't got that this year. I didn't lead the league. I didn't lead the FCS in drops last year.
Sure, that's true. That hurts.
That hurts bad.
Maybe it's not all on Carson Beck now. All them drops.
Maybe not, but I don't.
You're not saying Kirby's job's in danger though. You're just saying let's worry about Georgia.
No, I think we still get our defense, but hey, let's pay attention to some offense a little bit. Let's get back to where we get some
getting blown out by Ole Miss
and all.
Yeah, getting blown out by Alabama that first half. Yeah, but here's the thing. This is where I was, because we both said Georgia's the best team in the playoffs still, right? They beat Texas two times, which is some great victories. But now I'm looking at Texas after that Arizona State. What a transit I just did. But looking at that Texas-Arizona State game, Texas hasn't played anybody. I don't care what anyone says. The one teams that they did play is Georgia. They lost both times. They took Arizona State to an overtime.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here.
A targeting call might make that different too.
I'm glad you brought up the targeting call. I think that is the most egregious thing to think, that it was supposed to be targeting. The kid, there's literally a little league program of football players. It's called heads up tackling. You know why it's called heads up? Is because you tackle with your face mask. The rule of targeting, from what I can understand, is the crown of the helmet. It's just like the drops. I don't know the exact definition of how to get it, but targeting is the crown of the helmet, the crown, the top of your head. That kid made a face up, face mask. I'm going to run. What does coach say? Run through your face and get that tackle, right? What did Marshawn Lynch say? Run through a motherfucker's face, because they're supposed to be head up with me. I meet them, they meet me, and they fall down. It was a great tackle. I don't know. If this was Penn State, I don't think we talk about it. But I think it's because it's Texas. We're like, oh, hold on. And it gets a little bit of more shimmer and a little bit more limelight in there.
So I just think, bro, like, I really think you got to get rid of that rule completely, bro.
Okay.
I think from knee-high to all the way to the big league, bro, when you getting paid millions for it, bro, the number one rule where you just said, hey, head up tackling, bro, even as an adult male, I was talking to one of my homeboys the other day, and he was like, it might have been you. Somebody always told you to keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you, bro.
That's what my dad told me, yeah.
Always keep your head on the swivel, bro, because you never know. You walk outside, you ain't looking, somebody knock your head smooth off.
We have a term, it's ear hold. You've been ear hold, I'm guessing. What is that? Face mask right to that ear, right? It's a face mask hit. It's fun. It's an okay hit,
bro. It's just like, make football again, bro. Like
and these kids are pros now. They're pros.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and like you said, bro, you're getting paid dumb bread now. Like, even if you're getting $20K, hey, it's $20K, dog.
$20K to fuck around.
Yeah,
party, play some football sometimes.
You're not doing what I was doing. You're not eating noodles, dog. You're not struggling to get ramen, bro. It's different now, bro. So it's just I want the targeting going, because it's gonna change the trajectory of so many games already.
Yeah,
like a lot of games, and
you shouldn't have the refs either saying, well, you don't call it at this point. So the PI, I understand you don't call it at this point, but you can't say it's for the safety of the kids and be like, well, it's this part of the game. This is really unfair to the kid. No, now it's unfair.
So speaking of reference, going back to the same game, Billy, you think somebody called put the fix in on that Arizona State game? Because Texas had that game well in hand, and then Arizona State started getting like some favorable ass calls.
They did, but there was a couple of missed calls earlier, and I wonder if those are kind of makeup calls.
Because that PI on Scatterboo, that's definitely offensive pass interference. It's bad.
It is, yes. When he had pushed off, and they grabbed his face mask after he pushed off. Yeah. So
that's an offsetting penalty. We replay that.
No, 100%. Now offsetting penalties, I'm with you 100%. But there was another call. It was another pass interference call that should have been called against Texas. That wasn't, when they grabbed that jersey and pulled that kid back, and he was a tiptoe away from catching that ball. And I'm a fan of makeup calls. I get it. Shit happens. Hey, let's fix it during the game. You know what I mean? And I think, like I said, it being Texas and it being Arizona State, I think it's a little more magnified. Yeah. But you're looking at these blowouts, and there was no calls to kind of, it could have went this. No, because every other game has been just, this team. The Boise State-Penn State game, we knew that in 2 minutes. You're like, they're up 14-0. Here it is. This is the game.
So going to that, transitioning to that, the Jeanty for Heisman campaign kind of got quiet.
100%.
As it should have. Even though, because like now you can go and make the argument. Even though BYU beat the shit out of Colorado, Travis Hunter that too. Yeah, for sure. But Travis Hunter, Heisman winner, 4 catches, 100 yards, touchdown, and an interception.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeanty. 30 carries.
So here's my
nope. Okay. See, Billy, because everybody I'm looking at, they're stacking the box. No, they ran a base 4-3 defense.
Yeah, Penn State literally said you're not that good. That's James Franklin said you're not that good.
Yeah, I'm sick. Like, and this what pissed me off and let me know like half of America, half of Twitter, they don't know ball.
Okay,
they just like. Bro, they had 8, 9 in the box the whole game.
What are you watching?
What
are you watching?
What fucking game? Like, it was this dude that literally showed a side by side. Was like, that's 4-3. Base 4-3.
Yeah,
just defensive linemen whooping their fucking
just getting there. Yeah,
and just.
And here's my thing: Penn State, the closest they were was 10 points, I believe, in that game. It might have been 7. I could be tripping, but. Jeanty should not have had close to 30 carries. I think and again, the coaching staff, hey, I love the Boise State coach. Every time he talks about the Lord. He talks about Jesus Christ. He's all thankful. So shout out to him. But I think he was trying to show like, hey, Jeanty's still the man, and giving him 30. You don't have 30 carries in a fucking blowout loss.
You don't. Because that's selfish to the rest of the team.
100%.
Because, hey, maybe it's closer. Because when you start throwing the ball, you started scoring.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you should – follow that game.
Yeah.
Because you can't run with Jeanty. They showed you that early.
Maybe that offensive line is better pass blockers. But you've had Jeanty all year, so you're not tracking it. You played Oregon, you had to throw the ball a little bit. Jeanty had a good game, but you had to throw that ball, keep it close. I think too, Tonio, and are we missing a Ohio State, Oregon?
Oregon, and this might be a bold statement. Oregon is the worst number 1 team we've ever seen in history.
So I don't know if that's crazy, but I also think the way it's kind of like, how after you break up, all your friends start to say all the little things that you never picked up on, and you're like, why didn't you tell me that?
Well, I think
you know what I'm saying? I think that's what Oregon is.
But I think I've been telling Matt, and shout out to Matt. I hope you're still alive. I think
shout
so.
Out to Matt.
I think I've been telling y'all this, that the Big Ten is super. Like you always say, the SEC is super overrated, and they kind of like proved it because they lost a lot. But
I've also because you're going to get the fans confused. The SEC is the best conference in college football, but I think having Alabama and Georgia, sometimes Ole Miss, I'll give you that, at the top, kind of.
Billy, who's the best team in the SEC?
The best team in the SEC is Georgia. It's Texas, technically.
No,
it's Texas.
The best team in the SEC right now. Like, be realistic.
Well, so now you're going to try to get me to say Ole Miss, but it's not Ole Miss.
It's definitely Ole Miss.
It's not. You guys beat Duke really bad. Good job.
It doesn't matter.
So did Miami. Miami beat the fuck out of Duke.
We would have beat the shit out of Miami.
I'm sure you would have.
We would have beat the shit out of Penn State.
Maybe.
There's no maybe.
But I can sit here and tell you that not 3. 2 teams in the Final Four are Big Ten teams.
We would beat them. I know, Billy. Who has a better defensive line than Georgia in the SEC? I tell you, got more sacks than them.
I don't know. Is it Ole Miss?
It's Ole Miss.
Sure. And you beat Ole Miss. Gotcha.
No, we beat Georgia.
Or Georgia, excuse me.
Yeah,
and you lost to Kentucky.
Yeah,
and you lost to LSU.
And see, that's the thing.
And did you lose to South Carolina?
No,
was the third loss?
We beat the fuck out of South Carolina.
Alabama.
We lost to Florida. We didn't play.
Oh, Florida. Yeah, right when they were getting hot too.
Yeah. See,
don't lose this game.
But Billy, and I'm glad you brought. What a segue. Hey, play my video.
Oh yeah.
play my.
It's why it's just different. It's just totally different. And these comparisons of other conferences and ACC and Big 12, I mean, it's just like, you might as well be in different leagues, not conferences, different leagues. You know, like here's the NFL, here's the SEC, here's those few Big 10 teams, and then here's everybody else. So you're going to see it in the draft. You know, it'll be different, like it always is with the SEC, the amount of kids drafted out of here and there. And so it's really a bad system. Here you go. You got me going. It's just a bad system. It's a bad system. And you got people in there in place of it. And I don't know, they gave me the list of the coaches today. You know, any of those coaches ever been down here in the deep south into these stadiums and played in these games that are on this? So how do they even know? How do they even know what it's like to have to go win in these stadiums, in these places, and on the road of teams that they say, well, these teams are 500 teams, and we have, you know, the week where the 3 favorites all lose on, you know, the senior day and night in 3 of the hardest stadiums in America to play. It's much different than where these other conferences go and play their, you know, 6-6 teams that they got to go play, or 5-5 teams at the time. It's totally different. And you got to get up for it every week. It's a lot easier when you got to get up for 2 games a year, you know, to get your team up.
I mean, and that's not just me being biased, Billy. That's sure. That's somebody that's done it, and not just at Ole Miss. He's done it at Alabama, Tennessee.
Sure,
Billy, is he wrong? Is it not different? Because Billy, Big Ten before USC. I mean, not USC. Oregon. Who else joined the conference?
Washington, USC, and UCLA.
Yeah, before they joined.
Yeah.
What games we getting up for in the Big Ten?
Ohio State, Michigan.
Who else we worried about?
Maybe Penn State. Wisconsin had it 1 year, sure. But
there's no buts, Billy.
There is a but.
Billy, what 6-6 team am I worried about in the Big Ten? Billy, don't Tonyo me. What 6-6 team on any given Saturday in the Big Ten am I worried about giving Ohio State some fits?
Let's say none.
No, let's say none.
I just said let's say none.
What about a good Michigan? Like when it's just Ohio State and Michigan, what team?
Michigan State sometimes. They made a CFP Final Four once. Got destroyed by Alabama. I'm just saying they made the
So that was like 2017.
16, but yeah. Was it 16? Yeah. Might have been 16.
So now let's
Ooh, 15. No, 15 was the first. No, 14 was the first one. I think it might have been 15. Anyway.
Let's switch it and let's go to the SEC, Billy. What we seen it this year. Alabama lost to Vandy.
Yeah.
Ole Miss lost to Kentucky and Florida.
Yeah.
Georgia.
How many losses did Kentucky have in the SEC?
A lot.
All of them except which one?
Ole Miss. That's what I'm saying, bro.
One time.
But you got to get up every week.
You don't.
You do. Bro.
Every other SEC team didn't have to get up for that Kentucky game. They just beat them.
Hey, Billy, you got to get up, bro. And then I get it. I get what you're saying, bro. We should win that one, but
I think that's the thing is that with Ole Miss, and it was the argument with Alabama, and that's where I did have to concede, understanding Alabama shouldn't have got in because of the Vanderbilt loss. Penn State. Penn State did not deserve to be here. But what they have done is got to the Final Four to show you maybe we do deserve it. Now
they got to the Final Four beating who, man?
Indiana and
Boise.
Okay. But now your argument for Notre Dame, who you say sucks, beat the best team It looked like Georgia didn't belong on the field with
and
Notre
Billy,
Dame, right?
what's the argument that people are going to use? Not us, but what they going to say?
What's that?
What? Hey, they didn't have Carson Beck. That's what people are going to say. I'm not going to say it. Carson Beck sucks to me. But people are going to say they didn't have Carson Beck.
It's hard without your starting QB, sure.
Because, and here's the argument, Billy, because we got to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
All right, you don't got Carson Beck. He's not good offensively, but guess what he can do? Game management.
Yeah.
So now, if he game managed, now our defense ain't tired and they're not always on the field. So, hey, Carson Beck gonna make them easier throws, and maybe these people don't drop it. Maybe he know how to softly throw it in there.
Ooh,
maybe
because Gunner was slinging
it.
Yeah, there was a couple throws I was like, because he was eating like, and maybe you're onto something with that also, but I think too, in this specific game, Georgia,
like I'm saying, Georgia got their ass whooped. Shout out to Notre Dame. Fuck the fans. Fuck Notre Dame.
The players is who you're giving the credit for.
Yeah, shout out to Notre Dame. Shout out to the black coach going to the Final Four. First, hey, shout out to you, bro. But
not the first black coach in the Final Four.
Who was the first?
Shit. Is that a real stat?
Pretty sure. Ain't that many black coaches in college football?
I know there's
head coaches.
Sorry, John, if I'm missing it.
Position coaches, maybe.
There had been one.
You let me know. James Franklin ain't never been.
Yeah, but see, you can't use that and then not count them.
I mean, well,
you see what I'm saying?
I'm counting Marcus first. His win was more.
And so that's where I really wanted to go was Marcus Freeman.
And he got like a black slave name. Marcus Freeman.
That's a free man.
Yeah.
I just watched the Django, by the way, too.
See?
Man, when Samuel L. Jackson was like, "You're gonna let,"
yeah,
dude, I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah,
that was great. Anyway, sorry to get off with that, but Marcus Freeman outcoached Kirby Smart by a lot. It wasn't like a hey, X's and O's. No, it was my team is ready to play and your team is not.
Y, Z's, every button on
Jimmy's and Joe's, X, Y, Z's.
Like,
I like that.
It was bad, bro. Like Kirby,
and
that's what I'm saying, bro. Bro.
Maybe that's my argument with Ole Miss. Real fast. I think that's my argument with Ole Miss is Lane has those games when he's not supposed to. Whereas Kirby Smart, like against Texas, wasn't going to get out coached in that game. But Lane has those games where he just kind of you know what I'm saying?
And that's what makes me mad about Lane, but I gotta take because I'm a fan, bro. But I understand I don't even think it's out coached. I think
you saying Lane out coaches himself?
Yes, I think we undercoach. Bro, because it's like Kentucky. It's plays we going for, bro. Kick the field goal. If you kick the field goal, hey, we win this game because we lost by 3.
Yeah, but you're like, it's Kentucky. Let's just do
it, bro. Yeah. But then you go and they kick a field goal and they win. LSU, hey, kick the field goal, bro. Time run out. We win.
Yeah.
But no, we don't. And then
Brian Kelly out coaches.
But in Georgia, with the best coach in college football, he just like, you know what? Nick ain't here no more. This is my SEC.
So let me ask you now that we're talking coaching real quick. How long we got? Damn, only 20 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. The call to go ahead and throw when it was 3 to, I think it was 6 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Why throw it? Why not just try to run this thing out? Hey, let's try to get some traction, get some yards, get some momentum. Why did Kirby call that? And then it's like, is that one of those moments?
Kirby's not an offensive mind.
Yeah, but he hires the offensive guy. What did Nick Saban do? Just hire the smartest offensive guy you can. I'll take these quote unquote NFL rejects and put them on my staff because they know situations. They know, hey, we're not looking great.
Who's his offensive guy?
Kirby's, I have no idea, honestly. No clue. Because he replaced Munkin. Dobo. I think it's Bobo. It's Frank. Fuck. See, and John needs to make a call to the show. Frank Bobo. I'm pretty sure that's that fucker's name. But, okay, Kirby's not an offensive guy. But that's the thing. And like you just said, oh, Nick, this isn't your SEC. This is my SEC. Not if you can't hire the fucking right. Mike Bobo, offensive coordinator. But that's the thing. If it's your SEC, you need to make those fucking staff movements. You need to make those adjustments. You need to understand who you have running your place, especially when you have a backup guy in there. Whereas Nick Saban trusted Bill O'Brien when he was like, hey, let's get fucking old Tua in here. You look at it was Mike Bobo, right? Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
But
you see what I'm saying? Where it's like,
but this is on Kirby, bro.
That's where my point was.
But
getting out coached by Marcus Smart.
But what I just said though, they had 2 weeks. Mike Bobo, you're a pro style coach, but you gotta switch it up because you don't got a pro style quarterback.
Sure,
100%. You gotta stand. Hey, I'm mobile, dog. Put me in.
There was no read option. There was a lot of read options. There was no speed options. What is up with the speed option in college? That's not a thing no more. Am I tripping? Is that just Army Navy now?
I don't think
speed options are money.
I don't.
Maybe because I play the game too much. I don't know.
I don't. Fuck, do quarterbacks not run in college anymore?
I don't think.
Wait.
Think about the running quarterbacks that we've seen in the last couple of years. Lamar, Johnny Football. They didn't run speed options. They weren't. The read option is okay. It's there. That's an easy read. Those speed options are a little different. Georgia Tech runs a little bit of speed option. Saw it in the bowl game.
Look for Norfolk State to bring it back.
I'm with you.
Shout out to Coach Vic.
And DJ going to fucking Delaware State.
Yeah,
not HBCU, but still, hey.
Shout out to you.
Shot with you.
I just think Kirby knew he had this shit in the bag because it was Notre Dame, bro.
Outcoached himself, like you just said about Lane, right?
I think so, bro.
But that shows bad coaching, right? That's bad coaching.
That shows arrogance, bro. But Kirby,
Nick Saban was getting pissed at New Mexico State when he's up 63.
But that shows levels, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
levels to this shit.
But if that's the guy, if that's who you want to, if you want to be the GOAT, and Kirby, I think what fucked Kirby up is winning back-to-back titles. I think that fucked him up here. Not in a negative way. In what way? He won back-to-back natties.
He did, but then they told him like, hey, Nick, this Kirby shit. And then Nick beat his ass and just left. And that's always gonna sit with Kirby. Like,
oh yeah.
That's
and
always,
he didn't make the Final Four because of me. Yeah.
That's always gonna sit with him. Like
Pat McAfee had the song.
Yeah.
And then took Alabama.
Go Dogs. Ooh, go Dogs. Give me Alabama.
Yeah.
Bro, that fucked him up, bro. That fucked him up. That's Nick fucked with his psyche, bro. And then
it's like
Nick's potential protege. Nick said all that shit about Lane that he didn't say about Kirby. You seen him. He talked about it. He said Lane's a great fucking coach. Lane got the potential to take over the SEC.
Yeah.
What Lane go in there and do? Beat the dog shit out of it. He beat. It wasn't.
Now we're on something else.
And bro, and it's mind. Because now you looking at the tree like, hey, it's my tree. Nick picking like,
well, because he used to just crush his assistants, and now it's kind of like, all right, hold on,
let me make sure, I put y'all where I want.
That's fair.
And I feel like Lane's just his favorite, bro. Lane was that.
It's hard to not. Lane's so cool.
He is,
it's
bro.
You know.
And Lane was the one. I think Lane took them fucking. Lane did the humiliation thing.
Ooh,
he just used to just go in there and
fired from USC on the tarmac. Tennessee hates him,
bro. And we used to go in there and go tit for tat with him, and then we just fuck up and lose. Like, but now it's just like, keys, bro. Here you go. Run this shit. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Get bigger, offensive line, defensive line. You get the skill guys every year.
Tonio, and you know who you're missing from this Nick Saban coaching tree?
Who's that?
Steve Sarkisian. Sark went up to USC, had that drinking problem, came to Alabama. Nick was like, "Hey,
I have a theory about Sark.
Go ahead,
but I want to wait. But I'm gonna put it out there. Sark is showing me signs of an offensive coordinator that's near and dear to my heart. And you can tell me I'm wrong next week.
Next week?
if Ohio State goes and obliterates Texas,
Yeah.
Sark is gonna remind you of a certain coach from
Already know.
the Patriots,
Yeah.
that went to the Raiders. That probably should have just be an offensive coordinator. And I'm just seeing,
Where's he at now? Why is he not back with the Patriots and Gerard just hanging out? What's up with that?
I don't
You got
know.
any
Bro.
insight?
I've been texting him, bro. He just vacationing.
There has to be a contract with the Raiders or something like, hey, we're gonna fire you and give you all this money, but you just can't go back to New England yet, or something, right?
There's gotta be something. Bro, if Sark pulls this shit off, because it's Sark's to lose,
100%.
but he is also playing the best team remaining in the playoffs. So
Hot as fuck.
but Ohio State also playing the best defense remaining in there, because Jeremiah Smith gonna see the best secondary left in there.
Yeah.
He gonna see the best. Will Howard's gonna see the best defensive line remaining in there. So
Sure.
it's a lot. But Quinn Ewers gonna see the best defense, the second best defense on the other side as well. So
And what did you do against that first one? Not a whole lot.
not a whole lot.
And like I said before, Texas hasn't played anyone, man. When they play these big games, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, they're just as good as us.
And
What does that do to your psyche?
Sark already lost faith in that Arch Manning to come in and give us a spark. After he fumbled, he ain't been back in since. So Quinn is the guy, and Quinn looked like he was shook. He came in through that little floater pick, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Then his kicker is in his head. So
Dude, so it's funny. So shout out to Buckeye Aaron, because he was over here to watch the game, and he was saying, because that kick would have fucking won the game, the first one or the second one, excuse me. But when Sark is at your face telling you, hey, don't worry about it, don't stress about it, I told him, and this is what I was telling everybody, that is a bad sign. If it's like everyone gives shit about Justin Tucker. Harbaugh's not giving him a speech before he goes out there. You just go out there like a regular kick. Hey, it's just a regular kick. But Sark put so much pressure on that to ease it up. Yeah, he had a smile. Yeah, he was saying, hey, everything's good. Don't worry about it, bro. Blah, 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 blah. No, you're talking to a kicker. The only person a kicker has to worry about is right up here, Antonio. Yep. That's it. And you're fucking with this dude so much trying to get him to be easy. That's the opposite of what you want to be. You want to be easy? Hey, you got it. Don't say shit to him. You got it. He knows what he has to do. You don't have to tell him to be easy.
Bro went out there and missed back to back, dog.
Clink clank. And I saw this rule, and I don't know if this rule is exact or not, but that block field goal hit the field and went through the uprights. Apparently, that should have been a
safety.
No, a field goal, because it wasn't touched by the kicking team. It was touched by the receiving team. So it's a fumble, but on the field, because it's a field goal. Apparently, that was supposed to be a 3-point thing.
So Texas should have won.
No. Arizona State should have won, because Texas blocked a field goal, but when it came, so it hit the dude's hand, bounced, and went up through the uprights. But again, I don't think that's a real rule. There's a lot of people fucking
Yeah, because now it's like Arizona State trying to sue for that missed call on a target end.
Oh shit! See, shut the fuck up. See, that's why Arizona State. That's why you don't belong in the game. That's why you don't belong in the playoffs. What the fuck are you doing? That would have been any of the bigger brands, and I'm sorry for saying it again. That would have been Ole Miss. That would have been Alabama. They would have just fucking we lost. We're moving on.
Lost. But shout out to Ole Miss, because we moving on. But we beat dog shit out of a team we were supposed to beat dog shit out of.
That first half after those 2 touchdowns, though, I was like, oh shit, hold on.
Nah, we was just bullshitting. We was out there running plays and Lane, I'm pretty sure he's poaching, telling Jackson Dart to sign a waiver to come back. On live TV, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get fined for that.
Yeah, probably. But it's Lane, so it's like it's fun. You know, there's like a thing. Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into it. So, all right, let's do some predictions. Is what I think we're gonna do. Does Texas beat Ohio State? They're so hot, Tonio, coming in.
I just want fucking Judkins to lose, bro.
That's fair.
I don't care about Ohio State like that. Fuck Ohio State for real. Shout out to my dog Dre and Buckeye Aaron, but fuck them, because they got Judkins.
So,
and matter of fact, shout out to B2N1, my Discord group. Shout out to them boys.
B2N1.
But my dog Shooter, he just let me know. Ohio State poached a couple boys from Ole Miss, so fuck Ohio State.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fuck them. I hope I hope they get the dog shit beat out of them. I hope Will Howard slide again in the time.
What do you guys have on the Irish versus Bulldog game? Oh, nothing. We didn't bet, Jason. We just fucking I just watched the game. I didn't have any parlays or anything. But oh wait, did you watch the other show? Did Tonio say that he had a bet? How long was that comment? A little long. I don't know if Jason's still with us, but I don't think we bet a case of Fago because Tonio had Georgia by 60. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he was wrong. But no, I don't think we bet on that. I know I didn't have any parlays for that. Dude, it's hard to bet these college playoffs, man. That's NFL parlays for week 16.
Shout out to the boy Olivo out there, Christmas partying it up. I saw you, man. Shout out to you, dog.
You're my inspiration to get skinny. But on that, Tonio, if Ohio State gets to the national championship, which they win it, no doubt in your mind. And people need to shut up around Ryan Day.
I don't think people are the problem. That's why I fuck Ohio State, because they dumbass fans. Shout out to B2. Shout out to B2N1 again. Shout out to my dog Pete. My dog Pete said they can win the Natty. He still can't lose to Michigan.
That's a silly thing.
It's so stupid, bro. Like it's so fucking stupid.
It's
bro.
like again. Insert any rivalry. If you're Ole Miss and Mississippi State, let's say you lose to Mississippi State and you win the Natty. Who the fuck cares? You win. That's the whole point of the game is to win the Natty. That's it. That's the point. Well, we're not winning the rivalry. Oh, and it's called the game. Don't get me wrong; it's the best rivalry in college football. I don't care what anybody says. Tell me I can say the stupid egg bowl. No,
egg bowl, best rivalry, bro. Fuck the game. How you gonna say game with the dumbest fans is the best rivalry? They stupid. They fucking stupid. How you, bro? This dude said, if we win the Natty, I still want the coach that's only lost four fucking games.
Dude. Yeah, I don't know.
To be fired. That makes no sense.
I'm with you. Makes no sense. I'm with you. It's still the best game.
That's dumb as hell.
You could say if Auburn didn't fire their coach every 3 years, you could say the Iron Bowl is better. But I think with the it's the vignettes for me. I think. Nah. It is, dude. I'm sorry it is.
No. I'm talking about the Iron Bowl. I think Alabama Nick kind of put that. Now it might be good again because
yeah, but that was Nick's like Achilles kind of. That was his like one loss. But still, when you're getting that one loss, like again, who cares? Because you go and win the national championship. Like, does it all your rivalry can say is, well, we beat the national champions. Okay, cool. Where's your ring at?
But they might be better because these motherfuckers was going to jail for killing bushes and special treat. That motherfucker.
So you know what's crazy? I think I've watched that Paul Feinbaum show on SEC Network live once, and it was that fucking call. And I'll never forget I was sitting in Trent's extra room at fucking Mom and Papa's house, and I was sitting in there, and I was like, dude, this is like a felony. Like all this shit on Twitter. This is when I was Twitter deep, and I was like, yo, this is a felony. Like this guy's gonna go to prison, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is going on? That is crazy. I'll give you that.
The game is the one, but
okay.
I do want to say, because like I said, shout out to B2N1, but
that is just a silly take to have B2N1. I'm sorry, man.
Pete, shout out my dog Pete, but that's the dumbest shit because he's not the only Ohio State fan. Buckeye Aaron has said this dumbass shit too. Shout out to my dog Buckeye Aaron, but Ryan Day needs to be fired because he lost to Michigan. But you about to win the Natty. That makes no fucking sense to me.
And you're out here, not only are you like winning these like playoff games, you're just acting like they don't belong on the field with your team. Sure, the big M is in your head or whatever. Again, if it's me, if Ohio State is my team, lose to Michigan every year, go win the Natty, who fucking cares? Michigan is still, they're hanging their hat, and they should hang their hat on that Natty for the next 2 weeks. And that's all they get.
While I'm saying something, shout out to my dog BJ, fuck Eric Cathy Jr.
There we go.
Yo, that's the mixtape. Y'all go get that, man. Shout out to him.
Tonio. Notre Dame versus Penn State. You think Marcus Freeman pulled out all the tricks against Georgia? Maybe he runs out of luck now?
Nah, I think
because James Franklin didn't have to do nothing silly.
That's what I'm saying. Just was out there. I think James Franklin loses bad now. For some ungodly reason, Notre Dame goes to the national championship. And we have the lowest ratings in a national championship game. No, it's gonna be high ratings because they got NBC. But whoever they play, that's who beats the dog shit out of them.
It'd be Texas or Ohio State. It's that Notre Dame, Texas, Ohio. That's getting fucking ratings out the ass.
They're gonna get if they play Ohio State, dog wash. God damn. Ooh. I would pay to see that. I would pay.
Where is the national? Isn't it? It's in New Orleans, I think. No, that's the Super Bowl. It's in New Orleans.
I ain't going to New Orleans.
Oh, shit. Hey, rest in peace to the 10 people. That's great. Let's move on to something still sad, but not as sad.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley's sitting. He's not even going for the record.
That pissed me off. It pissed me off because of.
This is where you're wrong.
It pissed me off because, bruh. So it was biblical reasons why it pissed me off, man.
So am I.
Hey, bro. It made me happy, Lewa.
Yeah.
It made me happy, bro.
I cried earlier.
The dogs were more happy to see me.
Well, yeah. Wait till his nieces and nephews.
Yeah, for sure. It pissed me off because it was biblical reasons, bro. Like, dang, was it?
What did you say?
What was the black guy? Name black analyst, football analyst.
A shit ton of them. Louis Riddick.
Nope. Younger. Okay. Emmanuel
Acho.
He was like, yo, God will make your enemies your footstools and stuff like that. And he was saying that, bro.
Shouts out to the Lord.
He was like, bro, this game, you playing the Giants. Tiki Barber has to call this game.
Oh,
bro, you break this record, Tiki Barber will have to give you all the praise right there after saying, hey, you dead to New York and you especially dead to me.
You're going to ignore him the whole fucking game?
Bro.
Nice. Okay.
I am talking to Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, and I'm telling Jason Kelsey, bro, come out of retirement, put your pads on for 10 minutes in the first quarter, bro. I just need you to block for 10 minutes, bro. And I'm going to get 130. I don't even need it.
Okay.
And then I'm sitting down. I'm going to disrespect the whole, because it's the Giants, dog. They can start their best, and I'm still getting 130, Billy.
Bro, I'm with you.
I get it, right?
Sure.
Like, you're humble. You good. The playoffs coming.
He's playing this whole thing up to you.
Dog. Go out there, get your chicken, break the record, because, bro, like, records meant to be broken, bro. Like, sure. I get it, bro, but it's people that's chased this record. AP tried to get this record.
Yeah, couldn't get it. Yeah.
Dog, go out here and pay homage to them. Like,
sure, good point.
Like, they had trash offensive lines, but you've been put in this position where you get this extra game. You got a good offensive line.
Yeah.
You got a good offense to where they got to pay attention to A.J. Brown. They got to pay attention to Devontae Smith. They got to pay attention to Jalen Hurts taking off.
Sure.
But you can get, what is it, 103 yards?
101. That's the tie.
So 102 yards, I got it.
Yeah. I'm
going for it, bro.
So, and I like what you said about the extra game, because Orenthal James Simpson had 2,000 yards plus, obviously just by a little bit. Thank you, I appreciate it. In 14 games. 14 games. He averaged 143 yards a game. Now, to get back to Saquon.
Rest in peace, OJ.
Rest in peace, OJ. He didn't do it. Saquon understands the record is the record. I think 2,000 yards is the mecca anyway. I don't think it matters. And this is just to me. I don't think it matters to some of these guys because, again, the games make it to where, oh, this isn't, okay, you broke a record, but it's going to be this, and this. And I think Saquon is humble enough to know, hey, I got 2,000 yards. Hey, this is going to be this. Even if he breaks a record, is he going to win MVP? No. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, No, but I'm getting back to. I love everything you said. Excuse me. I love everything you said about Manuel Acho. I love everything you said about the Lord, especially. But I think a better stick it to New York is sit all your starters and let them win that game, and they go from the 3rd pick or the 4th pick to the fucking 11th pick. Set that franchise back a little bit. Shout out to Boats who was talking about this, and I never thought about it this way. Set that franchise back a couple more years where they're going to go get a Jalen Milroe or a Carson Beck they'll think they can get in the 2nd round and just be ass for another couple years. And you're in Philly living it up. Maybe you go win a Super Bowl. Then they really got to kiss your ass. Tiki Barber, you're dead to me? Okay. With his ring, how many rings you got, Tiki? Does Tiki have one? I don't think he has any.
I don't know.
Because Brandon Jacobs was on that team that won that first one. I know he went on that 11 team.
He might. He might.
I don't know where my phone is. Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. But, Antonio, let's get into some other stuff real quick. So the Lions and the Vikings are coming out, and nobody had the Vikings. We could sit here and say on this show, none of us took the Vikings. Hey, we got 4 people in. Hey, leave us some comments, y'all. Let's go. 4 people is watching. But the Lions-Vikings, nobody had them. I think the Vikings take this game, dude, and they're the number 1 seed in the NFC. Am I tripping on that?
Nah.
Tiki doesn't have a ring.
Nah, he ain't got no ring. He ain't got no ring.
Bum. Shut the fuck up talking about Saquon.
Nah, they don't take it, bro.
Okay.
Hey, bro, it's something about Dan, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Look, I'm rooting for the Lions, but I think the Vikings take it. And then I know you're hating on JJ McCarthy. I think the Vikings sit here and they're looking at Sam Darnold like, hey, we'll trade you JJ McCarthy, Oakland, or some stupid fucking team that's not going to draft Shadur or Cam. Give us your 1st round pick. Give us your 2nd round pick. So let's see what happens. And they do it. That's what them teams do, man. That's what them bad teams do. Think about Cleveland.
bro. I seen it, and I prayed and I dreamed about it, and I hope the Lord let it come true, bro. I seen a scenario where the Patriots can get 2 picks in the 1st round, like 2 top picks, where they can get Travis and Shador, bro.
Why would you get Shador? You have Drake May. Drake is awesome,
bro. We could trade Drake May.
I feel like, dude, you're not watching Patriot games.
No, bro. See,
you got to get that Sunday ticket.
No. Listen to me, bro. The Titans don't want a black quarterback. This is the show. Look, bro. This is the show where we break it down and we tell the truth. We be for real, bro. The Titans don't want a black quarterback. They don't want Cam nor Shador. That's the truth, right? That's be for real, bro.
Okay.
Like,
Has that been said?
Come on.
Or I'm asking. Look, you know me. I'm just asking.
Yes, bro.
That's been said.
That's been said, bro. So we'll give him Drake May. Let us get your 1st pick, bro. Let us get your 1st round pick. We'll trade you Drake May. We'll take Trav. We'll take Shador.
So the 1st pick, you got to get Trav because he's not going to be there if you don't.
Nah, for sure. For sure, bro. And we'll trade y'all. We'll trade y'all Drake. Y'all take Drake because they don't want a black face.
They drafted Malik Willis thinking he could be something.
He could have been. They didn't give him a chance.
It was 1 year. Was that only 1 year?
Yeah, and then they went and got Will Levis. Will Levis looks like dog shit.
He looks like me out there.
Yeah,
just buffer.
Like he looks like 7th grade you. Will Levis look like ass. Malik when
before you start throwing the ball, like before you like figuring it out.
Malik in Green Bay, like, hey, he hurt. I can win.
He's getting a throw up ball. Like, I'll just run it. I got it. I'm mad that you pointed that out because now I got to think about it. Fuck. Okay. All right.
Let's trade Drake, bro.
I love that.
Let's get Shador, Trav back together again in New England. And
that is probably the only place Coach Prime is like, that's all right. Yeah, you can go there. Like, because look, we'll get into it more around draft time. But if some shitty team is going to draft Shador, Prime is going to be in there like, no, he's going to do Archie Manning and be like, no,
nah, bro, he gonna pull. So you know they just signed the shit for the JUCO people to get their extra year.
Yeah,
he gonna pull Shador back to college, bro.
Shador didn't go to JUCO.
Or
Shiloh did.
Wait. Does
no, Shiloh didn't either.
Does HBCU not count as that?
That's not JUCO.
They counted it as that. bro.
It's
FBS,
not.
bro. They gonna pull them, bro.
JUCO HBCUs are still FCS.
FCS Division II, but they don't.
No, they're not. No, they're not even Division II.
Bro, I'm pretty sure HBCU count. Bro, he said some shit about Jackson State in a press conference.
Because
bro, hold on, bro. I'm pretty sure.
Well, to the alumni still listening, we got 3 people listening. I love that you're still here, Jason. Thank you. But we can get 3 people commenting. But the reason HBCUs aren't in the Division II, like the playoff, like your regular Montana states and your South Dakota states and North Dakotas and all those fucking schools. There's some rule, and I don't know what it is exactly. Sorry, John. In the FCS, that while HBCUs are Division I, they still are not allowed to compete in the Division II, even though they're also not allowed to compete in Division I's Final Four, or now the new FBS playoff system. And I'll let Tonio look that up while we go. What do you think, Tonio? Real quick, we're on an hour. Okay, we got to kind of close it. Mike Vrabel to the Jets, Tonio. You think that's a good pickup? Hold on. No, is that a good move for the Jets? That's the question. Is that a good move for the Jets?
Is Aaron Rodgers still gonna be their quarterback?
I don't think so. I think Woody Johnson's ready to go.
Nah, they still gonna be. Their defense is gonna get back good, I guess.
Vrabes went to an AFC title game twice with Ryan Tannehill. Went to an AFC title game and had a first round and the number 1 seed with Ryan Tannehill. I just want to throw that out there.
With who?
Ryan Tannehill.
With who?
Ryan Tannehill.
Wait, with
you
who?
Can keep asking me again. Ryan Tannehill.
With Derrick
number
Henry?
1 seed.
You said with Derrick Henry?
Who gives? Look.
Here we go. Tell the truth, goddammit. Don't say with Ryan Tannehill. You keep saying with Ryan Tannehill. He went with Derrick Henry. But whatever you want to say. And that defense was fucking rocking. So the Jets defense has the potential to be good as fuck. But yeah,
the Jets defense is already good.
It is, as long as
play base, listen, yeah, catch up with sports. That's what I'm talking about, Jason. See, and that's what we're here for. Braves to the Jets. Good move for the Jets. Bad move for Mike Vrabel. That's where I'm going with that, Tony. That's what I was trying to get you to say.
Vrabel don't never want to be good, bro. Just wanted a job. That's it. Like, if you just want to coach, you go to the Raiders.
You think Antonio Pierce is fired?
Fuck no, why would you? They're not gonna be good if they bring anybody in. I told you, and I've been telling you, bro. Gruden fucked that shit up. The only way it gets reversed is if they hire him back, bro.
He's on, dude. He does such a great job on Barstool. Have you seen him on Barstool?
Yes, bro.
He's doing awesome. I know you were upset with some of the emails. They weren't that racist.
Bro.
They weren't not racist either, but they weren't racist. They weren't blatantly. It's like where you could be like, well, he only said, yeah. It's like he didn't say the N-word. So, it isn't that bad.
But he kind of implied it, monkeys and shit. Like, it kind of implied.
He didn't say monkeys.
He did in one of them emails.
Did he say monkeys? That's bad.
That's bad.
Wait, well, hold on, though. How did he say monkeys? Stop looking at me like we haven't done a live show in a long time.
He was.
What? How did he bring monkeys into the equation?
Well, he was talking about a black person, and he said that monkey. Come on, bro.
Shake that monkey. Let me see it. Come on, man.
It wasn't a woman.
Maybe he was talking about a part of the man.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
All right.
Back to this shit, though.
I'll secede that argument. Oh, my bad.
Back to this shit, though. It said it could impact HBCU football as well.
Oh, it can?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if Shador don't go to the right place, they're going to have to make the prime rule for Shador, bro. I don't see him coming back to Colorado just to get knocked around again.
Dude, that BYU game was bad. And you know what's crazy? I didn't even think to call you out for that one.
Yes, you did last week.
Did I call you out?
Yeah, we had a show about it before this one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought I missed it. Because he was running. There was it was Hut. Got to run 30 yards this way. And now let me get it together. Like those fucking
bro, even on that touchdown pass to Travis, bro, like,
yes.
He threw that bitch getting grabbed by the ankles, and I was just like, bro.
Yeah. Shit.
That shit. Oh, we didn't talk about Cam Ward last week, bro, or this week. Cam Ward, bro. Did that sitting impact his draft stock, bro?
The only reason I say no is every scout that has talked like in the media and has said no. So I'm gonna say no. Now, that's a bitch ass move.
And a lot of people said that's
playing the first half. Look,
because they could have won the game.
I think it's different though. I think it's a bitch move, but at the same time,
this only reason why I say it's a bitch move, right? You got the other big name quarterbacks playing, right? You see Jackson Dart play all the way to the fourth quarter.
100%.
And we beating the fuck out of them boys. You see Shador getting the fuck
and
beat
Jackson
out.
Dart was like, I'm going to run this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Shador getting the fuck beat out of him. I ain't coming out the field.
Yeah. Yeah, but Prime is a little different coach too. Wouldn't let it happen. Now let me, and I'll go to somewhere it's a little closer to your heart. Matt Corral.
Yeah.
Did he have to play in that Sugar Bowl against Baylor? And he got hurt, and what happened? He's barely hanging on in the league.
Yeah.
And he could have been, I think.
Could have been real good. Could have been special.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Damn, we've been doing this show that long.
Yeah. In Carolina, could have been special.
Could have been special.
I still like Cam Ward. Don't get me wrong, I still like him, but I do.
Still a bitch move. But what am I going to say? It's the Pop-Tart Bowl.
It is a pop. Cool ass trophy.
It is a cool trophy. What was Ole Miss just in? It was something silly too. It wasn't the Texas Bowl. That was LSU putting a beat down on Baylor.
Yeah. Shout out to Ole Miss and LSU, the only people holding it down for the SEC.
Trying to hold them up, yeah. No, Arkansas beat Texas Tech too.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
But I like Joey McGuire, so
that was a bad game, Joey. Jeez. All right, real quick. We kind of have time.
We do.
How long are you gonna talk about the Jimmy Butler one?
Bro.
You want to skip Joe Burrow this one?
No. Okay. So shout out to Chris. He said he was pretty, so I know he's tired and delusional as fuck. So he ain't here. Man, call himself pretty. What the fuck wrong with him?
There's a lot of pretty men out there, Chris. You're just not. I'm not saying I am either. That's not what I'm getting at. But we shouldn't just be throwing ourselves in those categories.
Stop it. Get some help. That's what that Michael Jordan. Yeah, stop it. Get some help.
Stop it.
Chris put some numbers in about Joe Burrow and what's that other worthless fuck out there in San Diego? Not San Diego.
Oh, Herbert.
And people calling Joe Burrow MVP candidate.
Yep.
It's not. He not, bro. I think, and like I told you, bro, they're just doing everything they can to discredit the clear-cut runaway MVP for the year, bro. It ain't close.
It's Lamar Jackson.
It's Lamar Jackson, bro. I don't know.
The Ravens are favored by 20 points next week in Cleveland. What the fuck is that in the NFL? 20?
Bro,
He beats, again, and this is the third week in a row, Tonio. He beats Josh Allen in every statistical category to beat someone except rushing touchdowns. And then even if you want to throw Josh's rushing touchdowns onto his passing, he doesn't beat Lamar. Joe Burrow has, I think, more passing yards for sure, and more touchdowns, but I think he has more interceptions also.
You do.
And you have a lot more losses. Lamar has 5 losses. Don't get me wrong. He has 5 losses.
Yeah, but goddamn, if you give not even fucking Jamar, give him T. Higgins. Fuck. Give Lamar T. Higgins shit. He probably got 5,000 passing yards.
Yeah. T. Higgins shit probably about 1,600 receiving yards.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like
Zay Flowers, first Ravens wide receiver in the Pro Bowl ever. Just want to throw that out there. Shout out to Zay.
You see how bad that is? In the franchise history, bro, it's 2025. They've been playing fucking football since
96. So it's not that long. 96.
No, I'm talking about the history of the game. I don't care about y'all franchise. Motherfuckers' helmets used to be leather. These motherfuckers just not getting a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Hey.
What? I said in the franchise history, like, I don't give a fuck about your franchise.
Bro,
that's what I'm saying. I literally was talking about the franchise.
That shit's bad, bro. 1996 to now.
Yeah. Shit happens.
That shit happened. Y'all couldn't get one good wide receiver ever?
Apparently not. Look at the Bears. Can't get a good quarterback forever. They've been in the league since 1916. We got 2 rings. Just, you know what I'm saying?
God damn. That's so bad.
It's not great. We got no more used to it, man. Todd Heap was the man for a long time.
Y'all only had tight ends.
Hey, what if we put Isaiah Likely as a WR? Would it count?
You're gonna have to.
You know, just that's what he calls.
Shit.
But Joe Burrow's not your MVP.
He's not. It's
okay. Let's say Antonio, he gets into the playoffs.
I don't give a fuck.
Stronger argument or still?
I don't give
equal?
a fuck. It's not a. It's no argument. Your MVP candidates, right? Lamar, long shot. Then you got
Saquon,
and then you got
Josh Allen's probably third. But Jared Goff's probably third. Could be third.
Yeah, Jared. I can't forget about Jared.
But he's probably fourth. He's probably still behind Allen.
Yeah, just because of the picks and shit. And
he had one game with 5 picks, but Josh Allen had 2 games under 40 completion percentage.
Yeah,
that's where I'm looking at this. Like, this dude couldn't hit half his passes 2 different times,
and they just blitz him like every time they get in the red zone. Yeah. Hey, quarterback draw. That's the play.
3 times they ran that shit. 3 times to get him that little record or whatever.
I just
I don't know.
But
back to the Herbert equation of because Chris was kind of, I think, calling us out because we're not sold on Herbert yet, and I think he was thinking that we were thinking Joe Burrow for MVP, and it's like not even close to that. That means nothing to me. And Antonio, we still got 2 people listening, Jason and somebody else, so they can leave a comment too. But we'll take it to the liveness of this now.
Gentlemen, report to the baseline. To the baseline!
So, Antonio, our first ever one-on-one baseline. Now, let's talk about Jimmy Butler requesting a trade, and then the news you dropped on me as you showed up that he's now suspended. For how many games?
7 games.
7 games for contact detrimental to the team.
$3.42 million loss in wages.
That's a lot.
I hope he's selling the fuck out that coffee, bro.
It's cool. He's doing something with his hair. He probably has hair.
That's probably why they find him, bro. That hair shit.
You don't think it's cool?
It is. It's kind of dope, bro. I like what he doing, bro. It's Pat Riley, bro. But at the same time, I don't know if Pat can do this shit and get away with it. I guess he can because it's his team, bro. But
Pat Riley.
But
we can tell him.
But we just seen James Harden do this shit. James Harden put on a belly suit and was fucking fake fat for weeks to get traded. And then when he got traded, he was out there in the best shape of his fucking life. No fines, no nothing. Like, he's just fake out of shape.
What organization was that? The Nets, who also fucking suspended a player for talking about a movie. So,
not even talking, just tweeting.
He didn't even. He went on a podcast.
NBA, bro. And, like, they just keep. Adam Silver, he just got to get fired, bro. He got too much fucking power, bro. I really.
You probably should have said something to Pat, like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Like, bro can say I want to be traded, bro.
Absolutely. No. And we love you. Thanks for the like.
But it's kind of, I get it. Pat, old school guy. I get it, bro. You used to finding him for being late, finding him for doing this. But, bro,
He has a lot of rings. He has the power to do that, Tony.
I mean, he do, bro. But y'all ain't got Jimmy no help, bro. Y'all went and got fucking Tyler Hero, who just got slung around like a fucking rag doll. So he ain't got no fucking heart. Bam. He might get you 15 points, but probably
might
not.
get you 0 also.
Yeah.
So it was
Duncan Robinson, 6'7" for no fucking reason. Can't dunk.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah. Might shoot you a 3, might not.
Just living in Miami, living it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy, bro, anytime a player, they put you side by side with the Popeyes lady leaning over, as that's how tired you was, bro. And you don't go get
She's working hard.
That's how hard Jimmy was working, getting them through that bubble, bro. And I don't care what people say, like, oh, that wasn't real bad. That's the hardest basketball NBA players don't work. Jimmy was over there.
They don't work that hard.
Yeah. Jimmy was over there tired as a motherfucker carrying him. And you don't get him nothing from then to now, bro. That was 2020.
They made the finals since then.
Yeah, and he still ain't have no help.
Yeah, that was bad. Then he gets hurt last year. Ugh. So here's the thing. Where does he go? Where does he want to be traded to?
Bro, I want to go to the Warriors. Don't know why. That dream's dead. That dream is dead, bro. Draymond out here. Draymond out here telling Buddy Hill mid-game, you ass, get your head out your fucking ass. You gonna do what the fuck I say.
Somebody has to.
I mean, I guess.
You know.
The Suns. I mean, I guess, bro, but bro, I mean, people you gonna put over there? You got Bradley Beal, KD, Devin Booker. Like, what the fuck you want?
What is Jimmy gonna run practice harder? What is he gonna? Is he?
Where do you fit there, bro? Like, I don't know. Because you go to the Lakers, but for what? What do you get? What do you give up?
Maybe so. Okay, let's say the Lakers give up a lot of stuff, but Jimmy would at least be someone who will take the keys from LeBron, not scared to be like, "Oh, I got it." Unlike Street Clothes, who's just going to be like, "Oh, I don't want it really."
I mean, but Jimmy's just going to take that shit in the playoffs. You still got to. It ain't the East. You got to make the playoffs in the West.
If the Lakers get in at a 6 seed with Jimmy Butler, I feel okay.
Yeah, like you getting a 6 seed with Jimmy Butler. Yeah, all right, turn it on now. Cool, LeBron. Now I can
coast a little bit.
Yeah, I can coast.
Like, has LeBron been able to coast?
No, he just had to score 30 last night.
Yeah.
To beat the Blazers by like 4.
But yeah. Let's go from one James to another. Bronny James is averaging 23 points a game in the G League, Tony.
Yeah, bro. It's almost like...
Are we not going to call him up? What are we doing?
It's almost like somebody said, hey, bro, just give him time. He had a heart defect.
Yeah, something a little scary.
He almost died. Yeah, probably should.
You had all these comments of people who've never
played basketball.
No, even I was going to say overused their heart by running or jumping or, well, the guy can't play. When was the last time you ran a lap, Jim? You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking.
I don't. I think so. Bron said he just wanted him to find his footing, like wanted to get him acclimated to the game, and I don't think he'll be there long.
Probably not. But when he comes back to the Lakers, it's nepotism. It's aren't going to look at his numbers. Well, his numbers are like that because his dad. Oh, so now we're just LeBron's able to infiltrate the G League and say, let Bronny score. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, Don?
You know what I'm talking about? He doing it high clip, dog. 50%, 47%, 49%.
To the rack from outside, yeah.
Catching air balls, putting them putbacks.
Yeah.
Dunking on people. Like, just doing, I just Leo said been a minute since you around. That was funny.
Yeah, right.
And while while we on the James plan,
Yeah.
brother listened and went to an actual school who can actually coach instead of going to USC and staying close to the family.
You can't hate on the USC move that much, but it's like, it's USC. What are you doing?
I thought he
Went
went
to UCLA.
I thought he went to USC for Juju. I thought they had something going
Oh,
on, but I don't
that's
think
nice.
they did. But if he
The
would have
real
been,
love in basketball.
yeah, I thought like if that was a thing, I would have followed Juju too. But I don't think so. But Bryce picked Arizona. He picked Arizona.
Smart kid. He's already on a little better track than Bronny was.
Like, bro, gonna get coached up.
He might stay for 2 years.
Probably. Bro might go and win a national championship. Right? Arizona, and he going to top 5 party school.
Yeah. Hey.
Bryce finna be on
You think Gronk's
TMZ.
gonna be out there?
Yeah, bro. Bro finna be with Gronk. He already been on like streams with Casanat and all that shit.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so it's just like
I like Kaisenai. He has a great prime out there.
yeah,
Good.
So it's just I don't know, bro. It's been I'm happy to see where he's gonna be going with this, bro.
Yeah.
The NBA been
Ass.
though.
There you go.
It's
Okay.
been ass.
It's a hard watch, dude. I've watched more hockey games than NBA games, Tony.
I'm so upset that college ain't extended to like fucking February, bro. Like we should do around the 32 or some shit, bro, or NIT fucking
Yeah.
NIT
The NIT would
football.
have been tight this year.
Because, bro, basketball is ass.
Yeah.
Like, and shout out to my guys again. B2N1, bro. I've been on Discord playing the game because, bro, basketball on, and I'm just like, I don't watch that for real.
Well, and hey, the Laker game started at 9:30 last night. What am I gonna do with that? I had kids. You think I'm gonna be like, hey son, let's stay up till fucking 2:30 in the morning to watch this Laker game? Let's watch them beat the Blazers by 4. And 50-year-old LeBron has
gotta
30.
carry.
Like, what the fuck?
Gotta carry, but AD twisted his ankle just walking. Yep, AD rolled out of bed this morning and he got hurt. What the fuck?
So does that mean LeBron has to play 40 minutes? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
LeBron plays 40 minutes when AD's healthy. What the fuck are we doing? Oh shit. See, it's weird. Oh, you know what? I'm fucking doing this whole time. And
Gentlemen, report to the baseline. To the baseline!
man, this has been a fucking great show for episode 148. It was welcome back to Tonio. We haven't done this type of episode in at least 2.5 years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. But we hope you guys liked it. We appreciate the comments. Thanks a lot, Jason, for sticking around. Nene, I love you. Thank you for commenting.
Hey, Nene.
The 2 people listening, we really appreciate you guys. Antonio's going to be back next week, so we appreciate it. And
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Brick Shots with Billy Antonio.
But fit them old bricks. Ballin' like a with all these bricks.